I went to an early screening at Dolby Labs for Godzilla, where it was presented in Dolby Atmos in 3D, and let me tell you, it sounded phenomenal. Director Gareth Edwards has only directed one film before, a low-budget monster movie. For him to get an opportunity to direct this big of a monster movie, it was a true inspiration to anyone out there that has a dream. But let's get into the movie. Godzilla is big, mean, huge, and jaw-dropping. The immense size of the monster as he walks through the skyscrapers is just ridiculous. We're not going to give away any spoilers, but from the trailer you can see there's another monster in the movie. This flying monster is out for something and Godzilla is close behind on him. This monster is tearing through everything in its path. The movie stars Aaron Taylor Johnson, who carries the film very well with the supporting cast. Bryan Cranston is also in the film, but let me tell you now, he does not play a part in the entire movie. Just, ease down your hype a little bit. But with that being said, the relatively small stars really help make this movie so much more believable given that there's a giant monster tearing through the city behind them. The film takes place all around the world: Japan, Philippines, Hawaii, and San Francisco. I was very happy they avoided New York City and LA since they're pretty much typical cliche disaster movie cities. The new design of Godzilla is epic. He is based off of the original design, not that horrible 1998 Americanized T-Rex looking one. His facial features are full of life. You could see and feel and even hear him breathe. The sheer size of Godzilla is really put into perspective in some scenes. I found my jaw dropping many times with the action in this movie. When Godzilla was fighting the other monster, which we'll not give away any details on, the fighting was brutal. One thing I would have liked to see more was more fighting with Godzilla. I really couldn't get enough. Early on I heard that this movie is more about people than anything else, so expect to see a human story intertwined around what is happening with Godzilla. Ford, played by Aaron Taylor Johnson, is the hero of the film. He sees a lot of action across the movie. But don't get me wrong, there is plenty of Godzilla in this movie. Director Gareth Edwards is a huge Spielberg fan, as am I, and you could really see his influences in the film in quite a few scenes. I really got that magical Jurassic Park feeling in the movie, and for me to say that is a lot. The amount of work that visual effects and sound designers did was amazing. Godzilla has a really amazing effect on people. You're so terrified by him, but at the same time you're drawn to him. On a primal level, you don't really know what he's going to do, but he has a type of heroic spirit at the same time. And I think that's what makes Godzilla so interesting compared to all these other monsters in, past film history and TV. When you hear the roar of Godzilla, you will gasp. The sound alone was so loud and so terrifying, you couldn't help but open your eyes bigger and just be like, what the? If the roar doesn't get your attention, I don't know what will. I've never heard anything sound like this in my life in any movie. The guttural rumbling and bass sounds really showed how big these monsters were. To create the epic roar, the filmmakers built a 12-foot-high, boulevard-wide sound system on the streets of the Warner Brothers lot, then blasted the roar through 100,000-watt speakers and recorded it, and the roar could be heard up to 3 miles away. All in all, I was thoroughly entertained by the movie. The action, the actors, the writing, everything was really good. Dialogue, music, special effects. It was a very dark, serious movie. So we don't really have anything bad to say about Godzilla. It lived up to the hype when there was a lot of hype going on. So make sure you guys go see it. We give it 5 stars because this movie is a great summer flick. Godzilla smashes into theaters on May 16th. Be sure to see it in Dolby Atmos if it is available in your city or in IMAX 3D. For more Flix movies, make sure you click subscribe and let us know what you think of the return of Godzilla.